Not a bad week. Oh, that didn't aggro? What? It's fine. Doesn't need to. Well, this is sloppy. Where the hell's all of our... people are doing good damage. It's just taking forever to kill these main mobs. I guess they got a lot of self-healing in. Apparently there won't be any Method EU or NA teams in NDI. I wonder how that will go. Wait, really? Why? You mean the people won't participate, or the actual teams won't exist? I'm sure the teams won't exist, but the people will still participate. Like, that's ridiculous. I mean, people who are not even being accused of things are getting kicked out of the tournament that they're in right now? That would be that would be unfucking believable if that happened. Like, fucking Method NA has anything to do with Josh, you know what I mean? Is that a joke? Oh, they're just changing names. Oh, yeah, that's not surprising. I thought you meant like they were like those players were getting kicked out of the fucking tournament. But will they keep the points? I don't know. Wait, what just happened? Did they just all go in the fucking obelisk? What? What is going on with Method? Oh my god, I don't know. Some guy to rape some kids or some shit. How did all gamers become sexual predators overnight? I don't know. They're just fucking weirdos is the problem, man. Like, this is a problem. Like I told you, like people, they don't have any social record. You know what I mean? Like they never learned how to be regular human beings. Wow, did a lot of damage. Method did a bad touch. They're still in there? I don't. Is this... we done here or what? Is this another fucking waste of time? I don't know why I'm even doing 20s at this point. It doesn't seem like there's any good 20 keys out there. I am not social neither, but that doesn't mean I'm going to do those things. I'm not... I gave a bad answer there. What I should say is these people never learned how to act properly as human beings because they spend so much time on the internet. And then when they get famous, they don't know how to act around like big crowds and you know, you understand what I'm trying to say? Like they never learn like proper etiquette around human beings because of how like, you know, little time they spend around human beings. And then now that they're famous, they like think they can do whatever they want. Like I understand it, man. I was there when I was younger. I was like, you know, kind of like I had a lot of trouble talking to people. I still do, but I had a lot of trouble talking to people. And whenever, you know, you get attention or you feel like you're in the circle, like in the, you know, in the main view, you act a little differently, you know what I mean? So I could totally understand it. It's not even, it doesn't surprise me whatsoever that this has happened. The only thing that upsets me is that it took so long for people to actually act on it. They're socially awkward and creepy, yeah. Something like that. What even is this key? I don't know. Just a bunch of fucking idiots who just think they're gonna dictate the route, but they're gonna be sorely mistaken. Well, yes, and also they get away with it for years, so no punishment. Right, that's what I'm saying. They had like hugely inflated egos, and they never learned how to not have hugely inflated egos. Let's put it that way. Like that's the one thing that I'll say no matter what about me. I've learned to be. I've taken my lumps. Let's put it that way. I've been through a lot of crazy shit in my life, so No matter whatever happens with this online shit, yeah, I understand. How is the hunter not being healed? He stayed low until he died, because they're in this fucking realm, kiting this guy around for no fucking reason. How did he get away with it for so long? Because it's borderline, like, I don't know exactly what happened, but a lot of the shit I've seen is, like, barely... Like, let's put it this way, man. This is not... A lot of this shit is not actually a crime. It's just people being rude, like, effectively. Just people being, like, fucked up, you know what I mean? These things are not actual... Most of this shit, not all of it, but a lot of this shit is not actually a problem. It's just fucking girls acting out on the internet, basically. Have you taken a man lump? Whenever I play 15s or 16s, I have to be fully focused, but when you play, you're calm and literally take no damage. Yeah, a lot of that's the versatility, to be honest. Hey, Stromy, I play WoW game if WoW game is boring for me. Good one. The thing that I hate most about famous streamers is that they usually have inflated egos and they live in their little world. Right, that's what I'm saying. That's the complete opposite for me. Like, I'm the complete opposite. I'll never feel that way. Not publicly, anyway. Sometimes I might display narcissism in game, but in real life, I'm not like this at all. Not like that at all. What's going on here? What's happening here? Why is the boss not activating? There we go. That's why I like Keanu Reeves. He stays nice. Nice. What is real life? Well, real life is where all of these things are happening, so... Sai was actually telling a story about how, like... Oh, thanks for subbing. Sai was telling a story about how, like, when he worked with influencers at ESL, they constantly had to, like, babysit some of them. Like, they had to, like, go to parties with them and shit because they couldn't trust them to be out in public alone and shit. It's kind of crazy. Don't worry, a true narcissist would never say they might be one. Yeah, I recognize that that's a compounding factor into this conversation, but one way or the other, I believe that my life experience will lead me to never make the mistakes that these people are leaving, but maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. Everyone displays narcissism in game. Okay, glad we agree. I think everybody gets a little bit ahead of themselves at times, in some degree. I'm taking a break from WoW until Shadowlands drops. Gotcha. Let's see. Well, all right. Hopefully you'll have fun with Shadowlands. You heard about the 74k bots? Yeah, I heard about that. Yeah, it's a lot. It's kind of crazy. That's a lot of money they lost too, right? There are probably rich people that do way worse things but never get any problems. Oh, there definitely is. I mean, that's the thing. That was the whole fucking premise of True Detective. You ever watch that shit? People get away with shit just because they know how to cover it up. Do you have any general pugging advice for tanks? I do actually, yeah. I would say for general advice for tanking in a pug, be as consistent as you possibly can be and take as low risk, take as low as a low of a risk approach that you could afford to take, and be consistent with that every time. Like, for example, know exactly where the problems are gonna arise before they arise and try to mitigate them. For example, like, you know, you might wipe to overpulling. People might look at it like, oh, you have to overpull to do keys well, blah blah blah, but in pugging, you don't have the option a lot of time, you know? You're not going to have good interrupt coordination. You're not going to have a good comp sometimes. You're not going to have the right amount of players focus on certain things. So, for me, I feel like it's better to take a very low-risk approach and minimize the amount of mistakes that can be made. And if you make 0 mistakes in a key, no matter what route you do, I believe you'll upgrade it. Bring your own healer, take or what? Yeah, no crazy routes is step 1 for sure. Take as low risk of an approach as you can. A lot of people criticize me for that, but I don't think those people actually pug, honestly. Don't do anything that's going to require more effort than a pug can put in, I guess. Gotcha, thank you. We'll keep that in mind. That's my #1 tip. That's the #1 thing I've learned all these years. Don't take any unnecessary risks. Even if it looks like it's going to, like, you know, doing it will make the key go well. Like, even right now, I'm taking an unnecessary risk, but this should not be a problem. It just is because we have fucking 2 hunters and no interrupts. But, yeah. Just don't put your group in a position where they can fail easier than otherwise. I always save a battle risk for the healer. They always fail you. Oh, yeah. That's not my experience, but that's the best advice. Pug life sucks. Sugar Bear John, what's up? It's just, like, something that I've learned over many years, and I've had people say, like, people, like, have said it even as aggressively, like, you should never do this. The fact that I'm doing it and trying to tell people to do it is very bad advice, but I don't think those people are pugging, honestly. I really don't. It's the amount of times that I find myself in a situation where if we just took the more conservative route, we would have upgraded it. Or at least fucking finished it. You gotta ask yourself, do you want to finish the key? You know what I mean? Are you just in here for 5 minutes? You don't care? If so, then I guess take the most aggressive route possible. But if you're actually interested in completing the key and giving yourself a chance to upgrade it, and not just quitting 5 minutes in, then you definitely want to weigh your options. I've been pushing 18s with guildies. I have bad luck with pugs. I'm used to being less conservative with my guildies. Yeah, I feel you. It's tough. It's tough to switch mentalities or whatever, but luckily for me, I've done it my whole life, basically. I've only ever pugged. What's your stance on Raider IO? I got a bunch of videos discussing it, but long story short, I think it's a very misleading metric for pugging and it should be reworked. The website itself is great, but the score is fucking horrendously bad. And they're doing nothing to improve it. They don't seem like they have any interest in improving it. Imagine if Raider IO had allegations. Oh, that's what we should... Nah, that's not funny, but we should go find chicks who've been raped by a Raider IO score. Well, off to work till 3 a.m. Oh, damn. All right, cool, man. Good luck. Good luck with these morons and keys. Yeah. If we work together, we can bring down Raider IO. I thought that too, but it didn't seem like many people agree with me. Good work, chicks. Beware. Good stunning there. Well, we need a lot of count. That start really fucked us. I don't know if we're going to be able to recover from that. Hi, Metro. I've always felt intrigued by blood decays, but I felt like some of the affixes, such as necrotic, would be too taxing and frustrating to play with compared to other tanks. Is this really the way? Yeah, Blood Decay definitely struggles with necrotic, but honestly, with this trinket on, I'm not sure they will. I've yet to use it. When's the next necrotic week? It's a while away still, I guess. I've yet to use it with necrotic, but I do think that it's definitely going to be better. Obviously, if you can be an alliance, then necrotic is like not a problem, though. But yeah, they're definitely the worst tank for necrotic. Which trinket? The dodge trinket. Cyclotronics replacement, whatever it's called. What's the name of it? Trajectory analysis. Yeah, trajectory analysis. Gives stacking dodge. As you see, I have the weak ore here. 33 stacks. The longer you fight the pack, the more dodge you get. So, realistically, the longer you fight the mobs, the less chance you'll be getting necrotic stacks. Good try on the spelling. Yeah, right. It's a tough name to spell. Hey, how did you get that dodge punch card? I tried farming it. It never drops. Just keep trying, yeah. It does drop. I promise you that. Just keep... what I did was I just farmed the trash on 0 over and over again. Took me 4 full runs and I got... 4 full runs and I got 2. I thought I was trying to get a Titan Forge one, so I didn't need the extra run, but... Took me about, like, probably 6 hours of farming to get it. Okay, the rest here is going to be all we need. Were we able to line of sight that throw wrench? I think we were. This part's kind of tough because they have to use both haunts well. Otherwise they're going to fly right by me, but it's fine. Oh, sanguine already? What? Well, that's unfortunate. Didn't realize something died that quick. It's because those twilights that went out. Double charge claw, that's a little dangerous. Holy shit, that's a lot dangerous. Did you know that there is one laborer that doesn't give count and it's the only laborer that's female? That makes sense. Where is that at? Can we kill the fucking 1 health mob, please? That is the worst thing about Sanguine, is people never finish the mobs. The pack you just pulled, if you check dungeon tools, you can see. I see. Yeah, that's fine. Off to the other side. We get a nice big pack here. Oops. Although I won't have a rune weapon. Or Gorfiends. Okay, this is going to be tough. Not going to have anything up for it. Well, we got a Twilight proc, so that's all we need. Oh, pull more stuff. Well, that's on you then. I won't be able to get that. That pull could have gone a lot worse, definitely, especially after they aggroed shit for me. But now my CDs are all out of sync, so I don't know what the rest of it's gonna look like. Hunter used Lust on that pull? Yeah, that was the plan, it seems. No, that mob can't be gripped. Trying to grip that one out, but it was not capable. The guy took the long way around. That's funny. Could have just dashed across or something. Alright, that's a little short on count, I feel like, but whatever, we'll get later. If we have to. Come on, there we go. There's the Twilights. There's the Twilights. So, oh, another one. Oh my god. It's so nice when these fucking ice stocks die quick, man. It's so crazy. It's like nobody else was ready to do damage, though. Freaking blob is so fast too, that's the problem. I don't have any rune weapons, so I'm gonna get a lot of stacks. But that's not a problem. We got Icebound if we have to. Okay, good. Core Fiends interrupt that. Icebound. No, they're off me already, so we didn't really do much with that. It's kind of unfortunate. You expect them to be a lot closer to being dead by the time they fixate somebody else. It's also weird the dungeon name has taps and exclamation points. Yeah, you're right. I think it is the only dungeon like that. A weird dungeon in many ways. Okay, well, 14 minutes, that doesn't seem like enough, huh? What do you guys think? I feel like it's not anywhere close to enough. I don't know. Nah, I don't think it is. Could be in like the 20s at this point, I feel like, right? Did it have another name in beta? No, it was always called this.
The ground will consume you.
14 minutes? Sheesh, that is little, yeah, no doubt.
The blood of Azeroth flows through you.
Yeah, if we skip the rest of the dungeon, I think we have a good chance. Skip the rest of the dungeon and somehow bug out and get credit for it anyway. We probably have a good chance.
Must be mended.
That was a really dumb grip there. I'm gonna regret that. Yep, I am. Oh, okay, it didn't aggro. Jesus, that could have been really bad. That could have been the nail in the coffin for sure. I think there's already a nail in the coffin though. Yeah, these guys are not. We're not getting any type of slow, so I guess I can't keep turning my back to them. Definitely need to just go back to slow D&D. And the spider's at 100% health. All right, great. This is over. Anyway, look at Kill Bill. You can still get out of the coffin. Yeah, you're right. I was actually thinking about that. It's really funny that you bring that up. When I said the nail in the coffin, I was like, hey, you know what? Beatrix got out. What a great film. I haven't watched that in a long time, but it turned me on to Nancy Sinatra. I never realized. I didn't even know Frank had a daughter, honestly. Is she hot? I don't know. Maybe she's probably really old now, but. Okay, chemical burns. He's leaving it on me. Probably. Oh, great. Good start, man. Yeah. Just too many mistakes. You can't make this many mistakes in keys. I know 20s aren't that hard this week, especially, but just way too many mistakes get made in these keys anymore. Too many things that really should be universally understood. If you've done the dungeon at all on any difficult level. That time it went well. Okay, see you later. Oh, it was a little sketchy. Wait, did I not get the chemical burn? BM Hunter, too little moment, but yeah. To die to that as a hunter, like what? That's hilarious. It's just because they don't stay near the boss, that's why. Alright, well, I think we still got some time. As long as this part goes fine. This mob is still dangerous every once in a while, though. Corruption is too OP for what? I think those bombs don't drop sanguine anymore. They used to bolster each other too, you remember? We were talking about that a couple weeks ago. Just backed into that shit. After you guys get cutting edge, are you still gonna re-clear every week? Or are you just gonna break? We're not gonna. It's unlikely, I'd imagine, that we'll get cutting edge, but we'll see. But yeah, of course we'll re-clear. If the raid's cleared, we'll clear it in hopefully a few hours and then use the rest of the week for achievements and shit. That's what we used to do. We used to, on Wednesday nights, in the old days, we would like clear it all out on Tuesday, and then Wednesday would be like achievements and shit. Just something to stay active, you know? There are a lot of people who don't know what the fuck they're doing to push higher than they can handle. I guess so, but I don't know. What's the problem with that? I don't know. That could happen in any situation. There's more than just corruption that's equating to that. Honestly, I would blame echoes more than I would blame the actual corruption itself. That might not be enough. I think it's going to be just enough. We'll have to find out. I think this does like 1.1 or something, isn't it? So I play Destro as well. Almost 40% of my damage comes from one spell. That seems ridiculous. Nah, it's not an issue, dude. That's how this spec works. It's not an issue. That's intended. Don't look at fire. Don't look at mage in general, really. All three specs of mage are like that, right? Literally. Ignite, glacial, whatever it's, glacial spike, and arcane blast, right? All three specs. Play fire mage? Yeah, exactly. Hey Metro, I'm wondering whether to play Blood DK or Paladin for Shadowlands. What would you say Paladins are better in Mythic Plus than Blood DKs? It's impossible to say until Mythic Plus is out, but I would just play the one that you enjoy the most. T-desting. Whichever you find more fun. Yeah, that was good. I got plenty of time for this boss, as long as people don't just get fucking one-shot by the shit the second it comes out. Why is this guy not drinking? What? Okay, we're gonna do the whole fight with 10% mana. That seems like a smart idea. Play both? Yeah, you can always just play both, of course. Can't really get him any further right now. I don't really have time to play both, and I prefer playing one tune at a time, I see. Well, either way, it's a decision that only you could make. If you have any specific questions, I could happily answer them, though. AMS that homing missile. Let's just say losing threat. What? I played the Blood DK for you then. Sorted. You can go Pally. Funny. Is this your preferred safe spot? Yeah, anymore. I'm taking it here. This spot is better, but nobody seems to understand how to do it, so I don't bother. There's the third one all the way over there. Not great. That's pretty far from where we want him. Oh, yeah, and we have Lust, so as long as we get into the phase, it looks like it's going to be good. Be nice to be able to kill these ads before the phase ends, so it's so weird. This goes worse and worse. I feel like the more I do this dungeon, the more, the less damage we do in this phase. I don't get it. Could you come over here, please? Holy shit, man. This boss is such a troll. Just really poor mechanics in this dungeon. They really don't, they don't deserve to upgrade this, honestly. 10% mana and no one died. Yeah, somebody did die, but it's pretty good, I guess. I don't know why you wouldn't drink, but if you're that confident, I guess you don't need to waste the money. 2 deaths. Oh, there you go. See you guys later. 3 deaths. The hunters keep dying. Yeah, these guys really fucking suck, honestly. Okay. Honestly, I'm tempted to just reset it and move on because these guys really don't deserve me to finish this key. But I'll do my best. Let's see. We should be able to do it. Let's use a real pot. Just gotta stay ahead on Grievous. That's gonna be the big issue. It'll be harder than it looks. I don't think I even upgrade this though. 5 million. It's gonna take me longer than a minute to do 5 million. If it wasn't Grievous, this would be very easy. But yeah, I'm gonna die to Grievous. Losing the key over this? Yep. Yeah, I mean, what happens? Fucking everybody dies to avoidable mechanics like every other key we do anymore. 22 deaths. Crazy. Deathstrike, I choose you. Yeah. It's a strong spell. Thanks for stopping by, noob group. Yeah. First solo save we've done. Well, not a save, really, but first solo finish we've done in a long time. Anyway, good thing you're not a prot warrior here. You and Heal could have done it. I think we still get it. Unless we make a mistake with CDs. Grievous is kind of tough, but he doesn't actually attack me enough for it to matter. As long as I don't ever get hit by that fire shit, that's maybe the biggest concern. There's the fire shit. But that's fine, Vampla does it. Does the work. It'll be pretty hard right now. Come on, please die. Do I get fucking Twilight proc so we can finish this nonsense? 200k. It's not hard to avoid fire on the ground. I don't know how DPS die to it because they don't know that you're supposed to be standing down there. That's why. I'm really glad that that didn't upgrade, as stupid as that sounds, because they really did not deserve that.